They also acted negligently when supervising key safety tests on the rig before the explosion. David Rainey was BP's ex-VP for Gulf of Mexico exploration and was charged with obstructing Congress through misrepresenting how much oil was coming out of the well. Anthony Badalamenti was a Halliburton manager who is accused of instructing 2 employees on how to delete information related to Halliburton cementing the oil well. No one was sent to prison for the charges brought against them, nor were any charges made against executives at higher levels. Anthony Badalamenti received a year of probation. Donald Vidrine was fined $50,000 and given 10 months probation. Kurt Mix got 6 months probation. David Rainey, Robert Kaluza, and Kurt Mix were all acquitted. Popular culture, documentary. Dispatches aired a James Brabazon documentary, BP, in Deep Water, on the 28th of March 2011. The film was about the oil company BP and the spills of oil and other incidents that occurred along the Gulf of Mexico. It also discussed the relationship between the government and the oil company. The Deepwater Horizon accident was featured in the April 2012 episode of the National Geographic Channel documentary series Seconds from Disaster, entitled The Deepwater Horizon. Beyond Pollution 2012 traveled across the Gulf Coast in 2012 interviewing environmental experts and government officials, as well as fishermen, scientists and drilling engineers. The Big Fix documented in 2012 the April 2010 oil leak in the Gulf of Mexico after the Deepwater Horizon oil drilling rig sank. In 2014, Margaret Brown's The Great Invisible chose to focus its attention on the social impact of this tragedy on those whose lives were affected. The episode was aired on the 19th of April 2015, as part of Independent Lens Season 16, Episode 14. Vanishing Pearls. The Oystermen of Pointe-à-la-Hache in Louisiana was published in 2014 and documented the struggle of a town of 300 people to survive after the BP oil spill, which left their crops dead and their finances ruinous. Pretty Slick documented in 2016 the cleanup efforts in the locals of 4 Gulf states about the largest environmental disaster created by humans in U.S. history. After the Spill is a 2016 documentary by John Bowermaster that investigates the effects of the spill on local economies, the health and well-being of people, animals and food sources. Corexit was a follow-up to the Louisiana Water Stories pre-spill solar. Hal Wiener's 2016 Dispatches from the Gulf follow scientists as they investigate the effects of the oil spill on the Gulf. Dramatic. The pilot episode of The Newsroom on HBO, We Just Decided To, aired in 2012 and featured characters reporting the Deepwater Horizon story. The Runner, 2015, directed by Austin Stark, starring Nicolas Cage, is a fictional tale of a politician's family in the aftermath Deepwater Horizon. Deepwater Horizon was released in 2016, a film directed by Peter Berg based on this explosion and starring Mark Wahlberg. Musicians. In June 2010, Steve Goody, self-published source, a comedy musician, wrote parody lyrics to the Doobie Brothers' hit song, Black Water, related to the BP oil spill. The YouTube video for Black Water, BP version, was also available. In 2011, Jimmy Fallon created Balls in Your Mouth as a protest song to show that there are still tar balls in the Gulf of Mexico. The song was performed on his show several times with various guest singers including Eddie Vedder and Russell Crowe. Brad Paisley and Florence Welch were also featured. Rise Against released a track titled Help Is On The Way in 2011 on their album Endgame. The song talks about the slow response times for disaster-stricken regions, and the lyrics make reference to the Macondo oil spill and Hurricane Katrina. In 2012, the Dutch group Epica released a song called Deepwater Horizon, which was inspired by the oil spill. The song highlighted the effect of humanity on global warming. Pete Seeger, Laurie Wyatt and the single, God's Counting on Me, God's Counting on You, were released on Election Day, the 6th of November 2012. The song and music video was recorded live on the Hudson River sloop Clearwater, immediately following the Deepwater Horizon oil leak. The song refers to the oil spill. Steve Earle wrote Gulf of Mexico as a response to the oil spill. Television. In the 2010 South Park episode, Coon 2, Hindsight, there is a reference to the Deepwater Horizon oil leak. A BP drilling ship accidentally spills oil in a zone that is protected when it drills a hole in the Gulf. One of the crewmen exclaimed, "Oh, don't tell me we've done it again." Later in the episode, DP drilled and opened a portal into another dimension. The creatures of that dimension attacked the Gulf. They then drilled on Moon to try and change the gravitational pull of Earth, which would allow them to cap the portal. Cthulhu unfortunately emerged from the portal. Tony Hayward's We're Sorry campaign was released each time they drilled. 2 episodes later, the hole in Gulf was finally closed.